Hello, civil engineers. Welcome back to the lecture. So I think the roof beam shuttering part was missed. So I'll explain that in this lecture. Okay. So I hope you have written all these things because in concrete, I already told you, you just have to copy the same thing and you just paste it. Okay. So this will cover your roof beam shuttering part. And one thing is this will be in square meter, whereas this would have been in cubic meter. If you copied the same thing, you make a changes of square meter. Rest all things remains the same. Anyhow, you have got the length part, isn't it? This length, this breadth and this width, whatever you got here, same thing you might have copied here. So only the difference will come is in the shuttering quantity, because here you might have taken length, breadth and depth, but here you have to take the shuttering quantity. Quickly, I'll explain you for one or two beams, and then it will be easy for us to go forward. Okay. For TB1, it's very simple. If I ask you, can you tell me the shuttering quantity for this? Obviously, you'll tell. You'll first tell we need to measure from this outer to outer. It's 1800. So 1800 multiplied by the breadth of my beam will give me the bottom quantity. Okay, that is beam bottom. Then again the length multiplied by the depth of this will give me outside shuttering, because I don't have a slab in this portion. When I go for this particular area of a shuttering, since I have a slab here, this becomes my inside shuttering. So 1800 into overall depth minus the slab thickness will give me the inside shuttering. So if you see here, I've done the same thing. That is my length multiplied by the breadth. Again, length multiplied by overall depth, which is 350. You can see it here. And plus length multiplied by overall depth minus slab thickness. That is 350 minus 150 is 200 mm. So I've written 0.2. Got it? And then obviously this has to be number of quantities will be this answer into one. I mean, this answer into this one. Okay, great. So I hope with this logic, you can do everything. So if you want, I'll quickly explain for the TB2. So just quickly tell me, see, by this time you should have developed the knowledge where the moment I ask you what kind of shuttering will come, you should tell the beam bottom will come. So this is this here also we have a slab, here also have a slab. So for this and for this, it becomes a inside shuttering both the side. Pretty simple. Okay, that means this length multiplied by breadth will give me bottom, and this length multiplied by overall depth minus the slab thickness on both the side will give me the shuttering quantity on this side and shuttering quantity on this side. Pretty clear? Good. Now we'll go for one complicated, which is TB4. So TB4, it's not complicated, because since you're taken care of, I mean, we have done a lot of projects by now, and you should be in the position to tell me the answer for this. Okay. Now you tell me how we'll find the shuttering quantity for this. Exactly, you'll measure the length. So the length is already measured, which comes out to be how much? So I'll do one for you. Okay. Let me do one in front of you. I think TB4 I can explain. So TB4, so I'll make it yellow only to differentiate it. Okay, this one. Yeah, we'll go with the color, this portion yellow. Okay, no issues. Uh-huh. So this is that. Okay, TB4. Yeah, 1 2 3 4. Fine. So we'll start with this. So the length is already given 3 meter. Okay, so I'll do it here. So plus, open the bracket. So 3. I'll multiply this by, always remember the bottom should come. The moment you calculate the shuttering quantity for a beam, the first thing that should strike your mind is length into breadth. Your bottom will be done. You should not think anything else after. You should not think anything. The first thing that should come in mind is length into breadth. Your bottom will be done. Now you think whether it's outside or inside. Now I'll calculate only this part. Why? Because I don't have a slab in this portion. So this becomes my outside shuttering. Whereas this becomes my inside shuttering, because I have a S1 slab here. And this complete length, whatever I have, it have a slab here. So it becomes my inside shuttering. So I'll first measure the outside shuttering. So here already I will measure the length is 1 meter. So I'll write 1 here. And I'll multiply this by depth. So what is TB4 depth? That I don't know. I mean, don't know in the sense I need to check the drawing. So in the drawing, check what is TB4. So TB4 is the depth is 350. Great. So I'll write 0.35. Okay, 0.35. Close the bracket. Now again come back to the drawing again. So TB4, where are you? Yeah, TB4 is here. Okay, great. Yeah, done. Fine. So this is done. Next you take this length, that is 1800. Okay, otherwise you can take this. I'll do one more method. See again, what will be this length? This is 3000. So I can take 3000 plus 1800, that is 4800 into overall depth minus the slab thickness. Also, if I do, I'll get the inside shuttering. If you find it difficult, you take 1800 first and you multiply this by the overall depth minus the slab thickness. Then you take 3000 and do it. Okay, we'll do in that way only. See, because since you gain experience by now, you should try to minimize the calculation and not follow the very long method what you have been doing so far. Pretty simple, but still we'll break it down. 1800, so 1.8 multiply by what is overall depth? So overall depth was 350. Agree with me? So 350 minus 150. This is slab thickness 150. It is 0.2 plus, again open the bracket. So this is 3 meter. So 3 multiply by, what is that? 0. How much? 2, isn't it? Because 200 plus 150 is 350. So 350 minus 150 is 200. Done. That's it. Okay. And just hit a enter button. How much I'm getting? Exactly. See, 1.910. Okay. It should be 1.910. And how much I got? 1.910. Got it? So this was the only bit not complicated, but for this particular area, it was complicated. Whereas all these things are pretty simple. TB5, can you find? You'll find the bottom. So this becomes my outside shuttering. I don't have a slab. So this becomes my inside shuttering. So overall depth minus the slab thickness you do. Again, the same condition follows here. Length I have. So this becomes my outside shuttering. Again, this length multiplied by overall depth minus the slab thickness I have. So this becomes my inside shuttering. Same follows for all the external. So this is all external, no? Bottom, outside, inside. Everywhere, bottom, outside, inside. Everywhere, bottom, outside, inside. This becomes my inside, both the side inside. This becomes my both the side inside. And similarly, this becomes my both the side inside. Again, this becomes my outside, inside. And this becomes my outside and inside. This, you are getting my point, no? So this becomes my outside shuttering once. And this becomes my inside. For this, it becomes my outside and this becomes my inside. Only the thing is, when you take inside, you deduct the width of this particular thing. Okay, great. So try to do everything. I won't be there. Okay, you have to do it on your own. And finally, you should get this answer of 31.588 square meter. Even if you're getting 30 or 32 also, it's okay. Not an issue. Maybe somewhere you might have made a minor mistake, but not an issue. But you should not get 25 and all. That's a huge difference you're getting. Close to this, it's okay. Great. So this is the final answer that you're supposed to get. Try to do the calculations. It will take bit of your time to measure all this distance and all, but not an issue. It's only a one-time investment you're supposed to do. Great. So I hope you have enjoyed my lecture up to here and you try to do it, and we'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.